Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2B2T. We are here with 562 people online. Um, so, a while back, or a couple episodes, or something like that, we started building the wall, which we have completed all the way around, except for the water side, which is fine. Well, we haven't completed the wall, but we've got the main part of it. But not decorated, not top. We did put in how wide it's going to be, so we've got this set up all the way around. And then we're going to put in a door here and our first road path or walkway or something like that. So, excuse me, I think we're going to do a combination of things or a mix of things to build our road. And we're going to make it kind of random. Use mud bricks. So it looks like, part of the road is still in good shape, but through the usage of time, it has had wear and tear, right? That's the goal here. So some of it's become muddy track, stuff like that. Okay, and then let's see if we were to put in a little brown mushroom. I'm not sure I want to use this, but let's look. I want to use it sparingly, I think. It does look good, though. So I think I'll fill in the rest with just a couple pieces of mud. That actually looks really nice. I like that. I'm not going to continue it here. In the gate, actually, we should change it a little bit to where it's like, okay, so we're next to the gate and it's nicer, so we'll put some brick there. Yeah, I think this looks really nice. So all we have to do now is just continue in the randomness. Well, we're not going to have bumps like that in the road. That would be terrible. Let's see. It's always fun to try to be random and not, repeat a pattern and stuff like that. Okay. Maybe we should do this first. So like there's just a couple of these and we can spread them out, put them where we want. So we have to take the wings off. It's so annoying sometimes. It's like you're just hopping around, but it tries to fly and it's like, no, I don't want to fly. Stop making me fly. It's not what we want. Mud. We have more? We do. All right. Then brown mushroom. think this is going to give a good mix. I wanted to just get one, like, road part built so that I would have a... Oops. Probably have to go harvest some mushrooms in the farm. No, 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 no. Can't have two of those next to each other. It doesn't look right. There. How'd that happen? I don't know. Anyways. Yeah, that looks really good. I think it's gonna fit very well with what we're working towards in here. Obviously, you know, we'll go straight through and we'll put a gate on that side, and then we'll put a couple roads and that go that way and a couple little paths that go different directions. I just got to figure out where we want those things. I was farming up plenty of mud, so we've got this, and I've got more at the farm. I just got to mix it with the wheat. So we're good using our little mud hut. So the goal is that there's going to be a couple main streets like this, and you know there'll be a little bit of space on the side occasionally, you know, and stuff like that. And then there's going to be small little alleyways, but then and paths and whatnot. So I just have to decide at random, like, where do I want to put the next little path. I think here would be good. This is going to be, let me see, this is 4 wide. Yeah, so this will be a 4 wide. It'll be a main path that comes out this way towards the shore. So go ahead and farm this up. Give us some sand. Then we'll have to figure out a lighting scheme, because the goal is that villagers are free roam in here. So that means we want to make sure that there are no spots for zombies to spawn. Because if zombies spawn, well, then, you know, we're going to have problems. We can put some iron golems around here and there, you know, to help protect, but if at all possible, we should be able to make it to where it's completely safe. And villagers can go anywhere in the town they want. They'll have their homes that they return to and whatnot, but otherwise, it's free roam. They can do anything they want. They could have a bed in one location and their business or whatever in another if they want. Although typically they'll find the nearest bed to where their workstation is, so should be fine. Over here towards the water, we will slope it down somewhat. The walkways and the paths and all that. Oops. So this is going to be a compact little, you know, town village thing. It's quite large, obviously. You know, we've got plenty of space to do lots, to put in markets, to put in, you know, whatever we want to put in. Markets, places to worship, I guess. You know, gotta have that. Shops, obviously, residences, all that good stuff. Probably a little garrison area where, you know, the local king's military trains. Everything else you can think of. Obviously, we'll build some boats down by the dock. They won't be huge ones because this is like a river inlet. And while they can get to the ocean out there, you know, they got to sail that way and under the bridge and whatnot to do that. So, oops, hey, you're out of bounds. Not allowed. Okay, packed mud. Let's fill it in. I want the brown mushroom and the, what is this, diorite? Or granite. This is granite. Oops. To be the least quantity in the road, so I thought about using coarse dirt and stuff, but then I was like, nah, we're in the desert. There's not going to be dirt. If anything, there would be sand, but we only have orange and yellowish sand. If we could get like a more brownish sand, that would be cool. All right. Works. So let me see. We need... We can do this, but that's not going to be enough, I don't think. And since, well, I don't really want to use these either. So let's maybe go get some cobble or just some stone or something. We've got a bunch right here. Let's just grab it from here, some cobble. Just to kind of build up a platform and whatnot for some of the down low spots. Yeah, we got lots. Oops. Because this road will remain level all the way across to the other gate. So let's go ahead and just, we'll put a platform here so we can build the road on it. And then we'll fill in as we go, as we're building stuff. Or we may have some low sections and whatnot, but the road itself, this primary road, I want to go across and go straight out the other side. There we go. I was going to say, why is it so low? Well, duh. I'll have to pick those up in a minute. So this is where the other side is going to be. Yeah, it works perfect. It'll be this, and we can do a bridge across to over there, so that'll work. Let me see, it's 3 on each side. Yeah. There we go. And there, let's not waste the orange sand, but I want this stuff. All right, we'll make room here in a minute because we want to put some torches on this. So otherwise, we're gonna have uninvited guests again. Always exciting. Whoops. Always exciting to have uninvited guests. Now, all the paths and roads will not be straight. I think the two that I've built are the only straight ones. So my plan is to just start putting in buildings, and then all of the side paths, whether it's the back alleys or the other little main uh, cartways or whatever, they'll just kind of twist and turn in between the buildings. That's the goal. Um, so it looks like, it's kind of like the two main paths, which will go to the market, and the main area, main buildings and stuff will be along it, and then everything else will just spread off to the side. What was that? Oh, I was gonna say, what hit me? How'd you get in here? It's daytime. Shouldn't be anybody spawning yet. But I guess he walked in through my hole in the wall. It seems like no matter how well you time your clicking, you always end up with the odd blocks, right? It just happens. It's like how? We have a perfect click. Oh well. Do I have room now to pick up those torches? There we go. Because we're going to need those later. All right. Trying to be random here. Very good. Get down. We don't want you there. I had someone already ask, what are you building? You haven't even finished the other project. And it's like, well, I gotta vary it up, right? If I do the same project just continuously, nothing else, there's a little bit of a, not boredom, but it's like, God, man, I've just been working on the same thing over and over. I want to do something different type of thing, right? So that's why we were doing this. Plus, it just, it gives a lot more variety to everything that we're doing out here. I know I'm the primary builder. Excuse me. Sorry. And then my throat is just extremely dry right now. And then, of course, the others, they do, one-off projects and different things that come along, which is really cool. I mean, I love what they've done. I mean, Woody with his big statue. We've got Mac. He's doing the spectral art here. Winter with his Gundams over there. Of course, LZ's doing the giant library. Oct, his island up in the sky. I think Take Pele and Monde, I think they've only been building inside the Oracle. And of course, they helped with the map art. They did a lot of work on the map art, which was awesome. Really appreciate that. Very talented team. And then there's others that haven't really built anything at all, and that's fine. Like Noxious Eternal, he mainly spends his time in Spawn, helping other people out, hanging out, things like that, and that's great. Winter does a lot of that too. Mac, Woody, and LZ, they do a ton of just hunting down stashes and bases and stuff. Sometimes they get really lucky and sometimes not. They've definitely found some big scores. Let's see, yeah, I have more torches. I'm just gonna go ahead and, because slowly we'll start taking away some torches as we're doing buildings on the side. Obviously the buildings will have lights, but we'll just put some torches down the middle here. For now, till we decide how we're gonna do our, I think I'll make it really simple. We'll do like some torch lamps. Some places will have some nicer lamps. In fact, maybe we can do that now. Let's experiment a little bit. Let's put the mud and stuff away, because we're not going to be building any other roads for a while. Let's go get some wood. I've been trying to think of the color scheme out here. Obviously, we've got sandstone. We've got the orange sandstone. We've got the mud. All of that makes sense. So I've been thinking, okay, excuse me, doors. What kind of wood should we use? I mean, acacia would still match, but it's like, yeah, nah. You know, let's do something a little bit different. I have dark oak downstairs. Jungle, possibly. I'll take here. We'll take 2 stacks because it goes with sandstone quite well. Spruce, no. We'll probably be using a little bit of mangrove colors, potentially. Let's go get some dark oak from downstairs. Continued bit by bit to add in more detail down here and, you know, continue to build this out. And obviously you can see we're collecting a lot of banners, including, while they're not our enemy, we know they're the allies' enemies. So we've got, there we go, the Imperium here. This is one of the highway crews, which is pretty cool. I'd have to take them off the wall to see the names. Obviously, we've got Ninja Walrus's candy canes. We've got a couple colors. Mr. Wyan himself there. You know, some of them are ally banners, like that one there. The Kingdom. A lot of cool designs. Some of these are probably no longer existing as far as the actual teams and stuff, or groups. They may not exist anymore on the server. And then others, of course, are brand new and have just joined, stuff like that. Dark oak is the hardest wood to get. Fortunately, though, there's 1 piece. Wow, so generous. But fortunately, I have found a couple stashes that had a little bit of dark oak. Just have to find them. Some of these supplies might be good too. There's a dark oak log. I thought we had a couple shulks of dark oak. Yeah, we do. We have one right here. I think we have a couple more over there from a recent stash find. Found I probably should never show these things off, but I mean, it's obvious we have a lot of stuff. I mean, you guys have already seen this, and so at some point, it's not that all these chests are full. Most of them are actually empty, but when the team finds stashes, You know, I mean, like, we've got all this XP. I gotta take it and stash it out somewhere. All the obsidian through the ender chests and stuff. Lots of things there. More XP, some kits, ender pearls stuff. Um, the kingdom. Anyways, we probably got like, I don't know, 40% of everything that we've collected here at the base between here and the oracle, and random shulkers and storage all around the place. And then 60% of it is stashed away in probably close to 40 to 50 stashes all over the server, just to kind of make sure that if ever we lose this place, we still have the supplies to just start rebuilding right away, you know, somewhere else and whatnot, and build up the farms and infrastructure we need to collect more. So never keep all your eggs in the same basket, as they say. So, all right, so let's grab some of that. Grab some of that. Let's not waste that stuff on sticks, especially when I have in one of these a bunch of bamboo, because we can get endless bamboo. So all right, so what I want to do is I want to get a couple of those, and then I want the dark oak. There we go. So I was thinking, all right, so if I was gonna build like a torch thing, would it look good like this? This is really simple. Or would it look better all dark? And we could use blue torches if we want. What would look better than that? I mean, obviously we can use lanterns, we can do all kinds of things, but from a standing torch thing. I like being creative on my own, but I'm also not afraid to go online and look at ideas. What have other people come up with as far as like I mean, you would call them a torch, but I don't even know what to look for. Those use lanterns. Oh, that looks cool. It's like a tiki torch. How in the world did they do that? Oh. Now that's kind of interesting. We would need some materials. Let's see. I want to see if we can does he have, is it hooked up to an animal? That would be the only drawback, is if you have to hook it up to an animal, then that would be like, eh. Because I don't want to put animals underground everywhere. That's just kind of awkward. Especially when they start mooing from their underground cage. Let me see. Do I have a lead over here? You would think I would, but no. So we just need some string and slime, which we've got plenty of. I got a whole horde of leads around here too. I think though that this would require us to have an animal hooked to the other end. Oh, whoops. There's the string. There's that. Okay. because I'll kind of showcase what it is here. We'll just use one of the animals over here in the farm. Because otherwise you can't tie it. That is one thing I wish you could do. You got this lead. I wish you could tie it between two things. So like if we put the lead there, see, it's like that, except it was higher. I mean, that looks really cool. And they have obviously the animal hidden underground because I can see the string go straight down below it. I mean, I admit that looks cool, but yeah, I don't want to hide a bunch of animals. I mean, sure, I could take a bunch of cats and put them underground. We'll have cats running around the town anyways because it's a village. It'll have villagers. Um, some of these are modded, so obviously can't use them because they're using modded designs. Suppose this is Fence Star. Haven't seen him in a while. He's commented on our Discord a little bit, but he hasn't been. I haven't seen him online. But that's fine. People get busy. All right, let me look at some others. I mean, obviously, if I want to go bigger and full blocks, there's a lot more I can do. Here, so you don't have to see that. Let's just, I know the chat's mostly hidden, but not sure how they did this one. Invisible item frames. Ah, that's how they did that. Well, we can't use that. Yeah, we're kind of limited if we want a single high stand. I mean, obviously we could fancy it up by putting a lantern on top of it instead, which kind of looks better. I'm not seeing anything else. That I could use that's just a single a single block. Did I bring some iron out here? Probably not. Back to town. I know, we're not doing a whole lot on this episode. We're just kind of talking and goofing around to check things out and try things. Right. Iron or lanterns in here at least. Somewhere. There we go. Let's grab that copper too. I know I have some. Let's might as well grab it. We're using it. I was gonna say I know I have some down below, but that would be a finite resource. We'd have to go mine it. But there's also. We'll go down and get it. There's also the nether brick fences, not the ones that you make, not the walls, but the actual fences that you can only mine. Okay, I know I have some. Maybe I don't. I have one. I have one. I mean, I can go to a couple fortresses and mine enough out at least for town if I decide to use it. But we'll go out and take a look at it. Because instead of like the dark wood, dark oak going into jungle or something like that, we could do the nether brick fence going into dark oak. Oops. We can't jump and fly. We're not using rockets. I gotta repair that tower. I keep forgetting. The creeper blew up inside up there. I tried killing it without it blowing up the tower, but it blew up a piece of it. All right. So, I mean, this would be an option too. I mean, this actually looks good with the combo there. Yeah. So this might be something I go mine and take a look at. The reason I got the iron is I was also going to do this. Because you could take the same style. Oops. There you go. And you can fancy it up too. Like that. With either these or the blue Soulfire lanterns. Well, I think out of all of them, I definitely like this combo the best with either the torch or the lantern on top. The only other way I can think of to like dress it up a little bit, and I don't think this will work either. No, it's just wrong coloring. That's just no. Is if I have, I'm gonna have to come in here to get it. I probably have some elsewhere, but I know I have a bunch up above. Let me get a couple of item frames. Did I put them in here? Here's a couple. Where's the glow ink squid? Let's take some of these too. Did I bring? I know I have it. There we are. There you go. Candles for the inside. I don't think candles would work on the outside as well. But hey, you never know. I didn't think about that, but the only drawback about it is that is, I've made it to where there's no out. I'm trying to decide if, should I add in? Must be max still. Should I add in like a flight hole in the side of the glass or something for a couple of the upper levels so that you can just pop in really quick, like into the garden dome? Might do that. All right, the reason I wanted this is two things. First, I want to make one of these. Then we want to put some stuff away. We'll pretend the bottom is the the stand, but I want to Oh, you can't. Can't put it on top. Well, that's not what you wanted to do. Well, darn it. Because I was thinking, well, I could take, and like if this was the torch, I could do that, and then I could put either the, not that, not that. It's like this. Okay, no. Is it? Oh, maybe it's only the torch that'll work. Ah, yes. No, not that. See, there's a lot of cool things you could do like that. You can also do it on the side to where you have like the torch out like this. And then you have that, and then you put like an object in it to make it look like it's got a little, like here, a fence one that's like a little holder, right? So there's a lot of little things you can do like that that just make it look really cool, but you can't stick it on top. Well, that's unfortunate. And you can't stick it with that either. All right. Well, I think I know we haven't accomplished a lot. We got a road done, and we've been playing around with some torch ones. Obviously, I think the best combo is this. So I'll have to go get some of these from the Nether, um, either with the torch on top or the lantern, and I think that looks really good just for something along the paths. Obviously, on the sides of the buildings and stuff, I can use some of this type of stuff so that it looks a lot neater. We can do some things like that, and of course we can do the hanging stuff as well with the chains and lanterns and stuff. So we'll experiment. I mean, I could make a couple larger ones with actual open flames. I just don't like the fact that, when you put it together, it ends up being like a 3x3 block it's going to take up. Even if the center of it is a pillar and you've got the flames up here, then you start covering it. It just starts looking kind of weird. Anyways, I'll experiment a little bit. Definitely not going to have those. And we'll go from there. But thank you for joining on this episode. I know there's not a lot of progress, but I really like the road. And we've got some good torch ideas that we're thinking of. So we will continue our build out and see what we can do with this place. Probably one of the next episodes, I'll do some off-camera work for the walls, but probably one of the next episodes we'll put in a building somewhere. A simple one. All right. Thank you for joining. Take care.